Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a full moon in Sagittarius reading for my dearest Aries. Now Aries, this full moon took place on June 14th and it fully invites us to explore and define our truth, but balance that truth with clear, rational logic and objectivity. With the sun, in fact, finding Gemini, Sagittarius wants to look at the big picture. So we're challenged to find that middle ground. So as you may know, all full moons are about letting go. So we're being asked to take a look at what ideologies need to be released so that we can have a clean slate. Are there any belief systems that no longer hold true for us? So Jupiter, this full moon's ruler, is asking us to have courage, take risks, and to stand tall in our sense of self. All right, Aries, so just a quick reminder that my full moon readings, they are not explicitly about love, although they certainly can be. And if you do, if these messages do resonate with you, I'm going to ask that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and get started and let's see what full moon and Sagittarius messages come through for my dearest Aries. Ooh, we have got the Seven of Swords, and we also have Justice coming out, Libran energy, so your opposite sign. So many of you are dealing with the soulmate connection. All right. Let's see what else. Some of you may be leaving behind a contract or a marriage, a job. It really can be anything. But you've definitely taken your time. You've weighed up your options, taking a look and see there's something here that's been draining your time, your energy, your love, your money, your resources. And what you're moving towards is the Queen of Swords in reverse. What you need to know, the Ace of Cups in reverse. What you need to do, the Three of Wands. Ooh, Aries, it is time to get moving. Additional advice, the Lovers in reverse, or anything else you need to know. And we see Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This Sag full moon, Aries, is helping you move forward. I'm going to tell it to you straight. For a lot of you, there's some sort of marriage, higher level of commitment, or maybe karmic soul contract that where you were being lied to, or you were being mistreated. I kind of see this as your energy. Some of you, there's a lot of drama here with this person, and I'm seeing that with the Queen of Swords in reverse, somebody who gets kind of nasty. Male or female, it doesn't matter. Remember, my readings are not gender specific. But what I'm seeing with the Queen of Swords is a lot of my Aries, you're going to have an ex pretty soon, or this could be something that's already sort of happened or unfolded for you. I can see here that you need to do some heart chakra opening and healing, but that healing is taking place with Temperance energy. You need to be patient. For a lot of you, this has been a very tough decision, okay? Whether it's just you've put a lot of time and effort into this connection, but what you need to do, Three of Wands, it's time to move forward. And for a lot of you, it's leaving behind some sort of very negative energy. Somebody who, again, was either physically, mentally, emotionally abusive. It could be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, though. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's no longer working. There was a lack of compatibility, or I don't know if you were dealing with a person. Now, if you're saying this is not really my love life, it's not working, you could be dealing with a coworker, it could be a boss. Remember, we have karmic soul contracts with many different people. Soulmates come in different shapes and sizes, and sometimes we're meant to just learn lessons from them for a short period of time or a long period of time. So I see here that you've been weighing up your options here, Aries, for quite some time about what to do. And there's no compatibility here. I don't know if your person has made decisions or they're not doing the healing work. This situation is just no longer in alignment. And I think there might have been some smoke and mirrors around this connection or this situation or this contract with the Seven of Swords that made you feel for some reason a little bit stuck. I do feel a lot of my Aries, this may have been a situation that was kind of holding you hostage for a little bit. But what I'm seeing is the Ace of Cups. You definitely need to do some heart healing. The Lover's card, it's a tough decision, but it's the right decision to move forward here with the energy of Temperance, because you're finding emotional balance after a lot of turmoil is what I'm getting. To be honest, that's what it feels like. A lot of mental turmoil at the very least. So the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of my Aries, you did put a lot of time and effort into this connection. or this situation. I can see here that you're hard work. I feel like you're really dedicated, but I also feel you're now equally as dedicated to this new path forward. Now, some of you, maybe you're starting your own business. For others of you, you're physically moving. For others, you're just figuring out the right way to release yourself from this contract. And we see the Empress energy. A lot of my Aries, we're getting really strong Libran energy. This is a very strong soul contract. You may have some past life karma with this person, but I'm seeing here that for many of you, you were in a third party situation, or your worth and your value wasn't being honored. You weren't being paid what you were worth, and this situation was not able to grow or is not growing in a way that makes any sense for you to stay. That's what I'm getting. Justice card. Some of you may have children with this person. For others of you, yeah, look at this. Some of you, this could be a marriage where there are children involved. And I know that oftentimes it's not quite as cut and dry as, okay, well, I'm out of here, because you want to do the best thing for you and yours. So I do see that this energy of strategizing, but what I really love about this energy, you have this. And we have Jupiter in Aries right now, this energy, this impulse, this drive to move forward, to get off of this lower vibrational timeline. But what I love about this is there's a lot of patience and planning that's involved, or has been involved. And this is where you're going to find a lot of success. My only sort of fear here, Aries, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, is that either you've been in a situation so long, and remember, when we're in a gray area, or we have formed a trauma bond with someone, somewhere along the line, you may have been made to feel guilty about leaving this situation or this person, or it's like a disempowered belief that might be holding you back, or was kind of keeping you tied to this person or situation or this place for just too long. I do feel that's something that you're moving towards, really, really dealing with that, looking at it, releasing. It feels like a long-held belief. I also feel some of you may be a little bit worried if you're dealing with a specific person, a boss or romantic partner or spouse, somebody who is quite, you know what they just said, vitriolic to me. So it's quite an intense energy there. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So we're getting double confirmation here that there's been a loss of love or passion in this situation. Now remember, it could be a romantic situation, but it could also be, you know what, I don't have love for doing this job anymore. I don't have love for this company. You know, this is something that once I thought was really in alignment with me. It is no longer. And you could be dealing with somebody as well that has a blocked heart chakra. And, you know, when the heart chakra is blocked, it's like we can't receive love in any of its forms. There may have been a lack of compassion for you or for other people in this situation, but you're definitely feeling a sense of lack and loss. And I absolutely feel whatever or whomever you're leaving behind, Aries, is feeling your absence. And we get the Page of Swords, but I want you to be very, very careful. Now I'm getting a really strong message here, Aries. Some of you, there's something you're having to do with children, and you may be dealing with somebody who's holding that over your head, or somebody who's using, and I hate this energy and it makes my blood boil, but using children as a pawn, you know, as a piece to, like, as a way to get at you. So I do see that there's patience, planning, and strategy that's necessary. It's a weird message I'm going, you know, they're showing me like needing to get legal advice or help if that's the case. But the Page of Swords energy tells me that, you know, there may be some negative energy around you making this decision and leaving behind whatever this lower vibrational timeline is for you. But I still get it. It's very, very strong. Like your advice here, Three of Wands, time to move forward, time for growth and expansion. And you can't do that in this situation or under these circumstances. And yeah, and I do feel that you've got to deal with you might have to deal with gossip. You might have to deal with people or a person who's very triggering. But I do see that on the other side of this sort of fear of moving forward is a lot of happiness for you. I feel for a lot of you, your worth and your value just wasn't being honored, either as a team member, as a spouse. Yeah, and for some of you, there does feel like there's some sort of financial component to this. The Ace of Cups, what you need to know, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is setting himself free. Now, oftentimes, you know, we hear that, you know, the Knight of Wands in reverse is a player. And that absolutely can be the case, because I'm getting left, right, and center that many of my Aries, you were in a third-party situation. This might be confirmation if your intuition was like, hey, there's something off with this person, or I always suspected it. The confirmation's here. All over the place. Some of you may already know that, but the Knight of Wands is somebody who has a true belief in himself and being able to sort of conquer any sort of obstacle or challenge that might come his way. But Spirit's saying you can't do that if you're not balanced in the heart space and you don't truly believe in what you're doing. And so I feel like you don't believe in this situation anymore, or it's run its course. Now Spirit wants you to really truly believe in your freedom, your growth, your expansion, this new creative endeavor, this new business you're starting. And also with the Knight of Wands, he's not going to push forward without a plan. And so I feel like it's also very important, and I feel many of my Aries that I'm connecting to, you have been kind of going back and forth, but you do have a plan here. And so it's not about being impulsive, but it's also about no longer channeling energy into something that, where it's just hemorrhaging, because they're showing me you channeling so much passion and energy into a person or a relationship or a job or a situation, and the energy is just being spilled out all over, the floor. Like it's like almost like it's not worth it anymore, Aries. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse. And for some of you, it is a situation where you're dealing with children. And obviously you have to be very cognizant and aware and plan and strategize, the best thing for you and yours. But I'm just seeing that there's no more energy that you don't, like Spirit saying, like you don't need to channel more energy into a situation that really just isn't honoring your worth and your value, and that isn't in alignment with you anymore. And it is time to, there's a need to balance the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra, because an imbalanced solar plexus is an inability to commit or to follow through with goals. And I do feel this has been some sort of back and forth situation, or something that you've probably known that you've needed to do, at least intuitively, for quite some time. But Spirit saying with your advice card, the Three of Wands, Aries, it's time to move forward. Okay, it is time. You're ready for new horizons. Whatever the situation was, it was dimming your light, blocking you. And we see the Five of Wands moving forward. The Five and the Three of Wands is the Eight of Wands. You're manifesting. Many of you, you're traveling. You might actually be physically moving. And again, I'm getting a message that you want to read between the lines of any communication, because I do feel that you're dealing with whomever you are dealing with is trying to set up smoke and mirrors, or there's quite a bit of distorted energy around the situation, or the person or people that you are dealing with enjoyed keeping you kind of stuck, embedded in the 3D matrix. And I see my Aries, many of you, you're unplugging because you're seeing that, what, I don't need this drama. This situation just isn't in alignment with me anymore. I need peace. I'm going to prioritize that. I'm going to prioritize my growth and my expansion. I'm no longer dealing with lower vibrational energies. Like I don't have to. Nine of Pentacles energy, Venus and Virgo, as many of you know who follow me, this is like my favorite card in the tarot, because this is about doing it for yourself. And it's about being really unapologetic. It's not an egotistical card. It's like, I need to be healthy, Queen of Pentacles, in order to continue to do the work that I'm here to do, to continue to shine my light, to do the right thing. I need to be okay. And the Nine of Pentacles energy is just that. And so many of my Aries, you're cutting yourselves loose. You may need, I love how she's in this very sort of rejuvenative sort of spa. Some of you, you're retreating, you're taking a vacation, but you're healing from this, because I feel there's a really high level of toxicity, either in this work environment or in this relationship or this living situation. Many of you, this is a clear call that it's time to start your own business, to get started on that if you haven't already. And for others of you, it's an energy of, it's okay if you need to be single for a little bit, Aries, just to regroup. Remember, you don't want to compromise yourself just to be connected to someone. And then obviously those of you who do have children with this person, it's going to take some more strategizing to figure out what's the best solution for all of you involved. But Spirit's message here is very clear, Aries. It's time to put yourself first. We have the Lovers card in reverse. So I know you're making a really tough decision. We get the Magician card in reverse. Like, I don't know who you're dealing with, but I'm picking up on this really severely distorted energy. And it's like you're not able to manifest what you want, because I don't know if somebody was feeding you a line, or there were a lot of smoke and mirrors, or you were lied to when this started and you found out somebody's true colors, or you didn't read the fine print. But I just really don't like this energy that you're dealing with. It's the energy of snake oil salesman. And I feel my Aries, unfortunately, like, I don't want you to think that you were duped or there's anything, to beat yourself up about this, because I do feel this was quite an elaborate scheme that you've been involved in, or you were with somebody who whose vibration shifted quite quickly by decisions that they made, actions that they took. And yeah, it's just a lot of smoke and mirrors. And for many of you, there's a family situation here involved, or there's assets, and you saw longevity and forever with this person or with this company or in this, in this industry. And I feel that a lot of you were put in a third party situation. Somebody here was doing you dirty, or somebody was always promising you that raise or that promotion, and then meanwhile they were just like stealing your ideas or something. Like, it's quite a nasty energy I'm picking up on here, Aries. So again, it may not be for all of you, but I do see the message is loud and clear that it's time to go. It's time to move forward. Be patient, hold back. I feel like you really need to prioritize peace. Now, I know that we can't generalize any one sign. We all have different placements, but Aries, you're the masculine warrior energy, and from my personal experience, you don't want to piss off an Aries, right? Because they're going to hand it to you. They're going to give it to you. They're not going to hold back. And I feel that like there's a situation here where somebody's keeping you in reactive mode. This is this energy. Keeping you in reactive mode, keeping you off balance, but that also keeps you in their energy and keeps you stuck. So be very mindful of that. I'm getting like, a few different mantras here. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus. But my guides were originally saying, I don't have a dog in this fight anymore. I don't, because it's keeping you stuck in some sort of karmic situation. Temperance energy tells me deep healing. Yeah, look at you going from the Fool to the Emperor. Deep healing is taking place. You're bossing up, Aries, setting strong boundaries, making the decisions that you need to make. And again, we have the Empress in reverse and the Emperor in the upright. Some of you, this was a divine counterpart situation, but it looks like your divine counterpart is in this distorted feminine energy and not doing the work that they need to do to make this a happy, successful connection, and not holding space for you either. And so again, it's just something that's become quite toxic. Look at you. Look at what's coming towards you. Look at what's coming towards you. The Sun card, you coming into alignment, total, complete happiness, growth, and expansion. Spirit saying it's coming, but you have to pull back from this situation. It's like, if you can, I don't know, like with the Page of Swords, I'm kind of getting a message like, if you can cut off all communication, social media with this person or situation, because I feel like it's something that's been keeping you in a gray area. I don't know if they've been breadcrumbing you. Have they been gaslighting, manipulating you, saying that they're going to do better, saying they're going to honor your worth and your value, and then they just never do? I just feel you're dealing with somebody really quite tricky. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry about the dog barking, but a little bit of a warning, with Muggsy back there barking. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is saying, yes, be patient, strategize the best way out, but don't give your energy to this situation anymore, Aries. And it might be something that's very, very triggering for you. But I'm just getting like loud and clear, no more. Okay, no more. It's time. We're done with that. We're done with this lower vibrational timeline or people or group of people. Now it's about honoring our worth and value, setting strong boundaries, strategizing, and really standing strong in your beliefs. And that's this Sagittarius full moon, right? Ruled by Jupiter. It's asking us to have courage, to take risks, stand in our sense of self and in our truth, and basically not back down. So we get DNA restructuring. Wow. So you're going through a powerful metamorphosis at a deep cellular level to repair the soul's DNA. This marks an important phase of your healing journey. Yeah, it's time to heal because, like I said, a lot of my Aries, they've been doing you dirty, whoever this is. Public figure, use your power and influence for good and set a positive example for those who look to you for direction. Yeah, and some of you are parents, or you just, maybe you are in the public eye. But I see that this is about also remembering that we're all energetically linked. And so when you move through these difficult periods, you raise your vibration, it affects all of us. It affects especially the people you're very closely energetically linked to. But that's what I'm getting with this Fool card. It's like freedom. It's time for my Aries to set themselves free. Some of you may consider yourselves starseeds with an origin not of this earth. You have chosen to incarnate as a human to learn from and evolve other souls. So some of you are, you identify as, or this is confirmation for you. I really do apologize about the background noise. It gets kind of like out of control sometimes. And we get caring for the elderly. So some of you may be doing this. Some of you, this is your life path and your calling. The care and concern for older generations has the added benefit of learning from their wisdom and experience. I'm just going to pause the camera. Okay, sorry, I do realize it's a little out of control, so my apologies there. All right, so let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for you for in love with this full moon in Sagittarius. Clear messages and guidance for my Aries. So we've got passion. I heard, you know what I said? I saw with this, try something new. That's what I don't know why it is not written on this card, but it's another card that I have, but try something new. That's what I heard when this card came out. Also, there may be, if you feel like you're stuck in a situation, just make sure that there's not too much precedence or importance put on the physical aspect, because sometimes, especially if it's a romantic connection, if there's that breakup and then that great makeup sex, you know, we tend to, you know, that can become a really unhealthy cycle. So just be aware of that. But I also see that it's all about getting, you know, it's such a silly saying, but getting your groove back, because we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse twice. This has taken a lot out of you, Aries. And so it's like it's time for you to experience that sensual passion and pleasure again. And if it's, you know, and even in a non-romantic or sexual context, it's time for you to love life again. It's time for you to love what you do. All right, and so we see the dragonfly. So it's adapt, change, heal, things coming to light. So for a lot of you, I do see that there's been a lot of distortion, smoke screens, smoke and mirrors, if you will. So I think you're going to be seeing the truth of the situation. And coffee cup, so meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. So I do feel a lot of my Aries, you're going to be leaning on your inner circle during this time. I also see this as a beautiful, beautiful, auspicious sign that for some of my Aries, you are, you know, this is that what you're leaving behind, but you have a balanced, passionate connection coming in because you're doing the healing work, and it's going to be built on a really strong friendship, somebody that you love talking to, and then some, you know, and then it grows from there. So beautiful energy. Yeah, the messages don't get more clear, Aries. It's time to move on. You know, I think you sort of have all the answers that you need to about this situation. Give yourself permission to fly, to be free here, Aries. Beautiful energy. And again, and for some of you, it's like, you know, you know it's time for you to get that business off the ground. Your ideas are needed. You know, people need you, Aries, because again, a big inspirational message here that what you do affects so many others, maybe even without realizing it. So number four might be a number that you're seeing with frequency or you need to pay attention to in the next couple of weeks. So you bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. So you are stable. You will be stable. Some of you, you're a little bit worried about that. That could have been what was sort of keeping you in place or in an unhealthy or unhappy situation. You are powerful. It's about getting your power back, Aries. Queen of Swords in reverse and the Page and the Knight of Wands. Like, this has been very draining for you. You're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Yeah. And for a lot of you, I keep getting like your kids are looking up to you, or your siblings, or there are a lot of people who are looking up to you. I'm getting a really weird little message. It may be for just one or two of you out there, but for some of you, you're in a different country than your family. And I see that you bear like a lot of responsibility because of that. And we get number 15, I am wise. Your love for others is powerful, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Yeah, see, I'm getting like some of you working in a different country, sending money home to like support, whether they're kids, siblings, parents, aunts, uncles. Again, that's not going to be for all of you, but your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. I am wise, and you are limitless. The Fool card, this is your energy, Aries. There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. So also trust your intuition. I think you're starting to see past again, any sort of distortion. I think I got that message early on in this reading, Aries. A lot of you, you're just unplugging from the matrix like that much more and seeing like this situation, like this has nothing to do with me anymore. It has nothing. It is like so not in alignment with me. And yeah. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see what final messages we have for my dearest Aries out there. Ooh, this reading was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but let's go. So we get the aquamarine star expression. I express my intuition and self-confidence and love. So trusting your intuition. I also love aquamarine being this blue color and expression, unblocking the throat chakra. You're ready. Say what you mean what you say. All right. And intention, you're the narrator of your life. And I don't want any of my Aries to be offended, but I do feel you are giving your power away to a particular belief system or person or relationship. And I feel that's all rapidly changing. And the Star Mother, you are loved. The Universal Mother loves and supports me totally. So again, another nod to those of you who may be dealing with a difficult situation where children are involved. But this is Spirit saying, you know what, Aries, you are loved, you are supported in doing what's best for you. And the Ruby Star, I embody my authentic and sensual essence. So a lot of you, this is a situation you have left behind. There's new love coming in. Experience that sensual passion and pleasure again. You know, it's like, again, getting your groove back. And this is also a balanced root chakra where you have a deep trust and sense of security, where I feel like many of you haven't had that in a while, or you didn't have it in this past situation, and really feeling at home in your body as well. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages do resonate, I'm going to ask that you hit that like button, share, subscribe, check out the description box. Thank you for your patience with all of the banging and the noise in the background. Oh my goodness. I'm like, it's too good of a reading for me not to publish for you guys, but I do apologize about the distractions. All right, so check out the description box if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, if you want a private reading, you like the cards I'm using, and have an absolutely amazing day. Take care.